Shawty got it all, but she can't find one like me. Oh. Hi everyone. In today's presentation, I'll be reviewing the internal body call and toilet check document used across William Hill shops. This review focuses on communication gaps and improvements, design flaws that impact compliance and efficiency. Issue 1 focuses on what to do and not the why it matters. The heuristic here is help and documentation. The document clearly explains what to do, but provides almost no explanation to why these tasks exist. Nielsen-Norman Group states, even if a system can be used without documentation, there should be clear, accessible, task-focused help that explains not just the what, but the why. Users complete tasks mechanically rather than meaningfully, leading to service experience that detaches from the human content. The impact here is tasks feel detached from human context, staff performs actions without meaning, and inconsistent engagement across stores. There's a high reliance on verbal explanations instead of the document. If this outcome would be improved, this would lead to a stronger staff ownership of compliance. Tasks shift from I have to do to understanding why I need to do this. There's less dependency on ad hoc explanations from colleagues. Issue 2 is unclear language and terminology. System language doesn't match shop language. The heuristic here is matching between the system and the real world. The document and system uses technical, system-coded terms that don't reflect the language used by shop staff on a day-to-day basis. For example, some of the highlighted points here is dashboard LBO, there's updates, there's hour markers 1, 2, and 3 with no connection to real store hours. Now again, it makes sense why from a system perspective you do that, but in a realistic way it causes confusion. These terms create friction. Staff must translate system wording into what it actually means. The impact here is increased cognitive load, lower task completion, new or overwhelmed staff struggle to understand what the system is asking. Staff hesitation and errors increase during busy periods. If improved, this should have a clear alignment between system logic and human logic. There's faster onboarding, there's reduced training fatigue, and staff speak the language as the system they use every single day. Issue 3 is weak walkthrough design. Walkthrough lacks a clear end-to-end journey. The heuristics here are help and documentation, recognition rather than recall, and error prevention. The big issue here is that the walkthrough in the document doesn't present body calls or toilet checks as a complete coherent journey. It only shows fragments of the process, one screenshot, a bullet point, no call outs, no zooms, no why your hair guidance, no explanation of edge cases, no definition of what good looks like. There isn't even a minimum target shop should meet on a blanket case by case basis. This document assumes a perfect operating context, but anyone who works in retail knows that perfect context never exists. For example, there's missing journey design here. There's no guidance for late entries, no guidance on downtime, lone working, busy shop interactions, no minimum standard. There's no definition of what done looks like. Essentially, the walkthrough teaches the ideal path, but not the actual path staff take in retail shops. And the impact here is staff have to do a lot of guesswork to do what to do in unexpected scenarios as they occur. There's a high turnover and varying digital literacy that makes the document unusable for beginners. Staff rely on peer explanations, asking a TL, asking someone else. There's inconsistent execution across stores and shifts. New staff struggle to onboard confidently. With this document being improved, it should provide a walkthrough that teaches, not just instructs, clear guidance for operational conditions, not ideal ones. Consistency across shops, reduce error rates, staff confidence increases because the document finally supports them. In closing, there's nothing necessarily wrong around what this document tries to achieve, but it lacks purpose-driven framing, real-world shop language, end-to-end clarity, beginner-friendly storytelling, convergence of realistic scenarios. Improving these areas will transform the document from a procedural reference to something that's a practical tool that supports accuracy, consistency, safety, and staff well-being.